Hey guys, Dave here. I wanted to create a quick video highlighting I think some of the games that I am a moderator at on Speedrun, new and old. This one only submitted a couple days ago and was approved, but I wanted to specifically talk about Keeper. Nobody's heard of this game. It is beyond obscure. It's a Japanese only, I think, puzzle game from Japan. And what makes it really interesting is the mechanics. There's basically a one-player mode, or a co-op mode that mirrors one-player mode. It's exactly the same as far as I know, except for the fact that you have two of these little dudes running around. And then on top of that too, there's the puzzle mode. So the categories that I set up for the one-player and co-op version is basically their timer ascending. So the longer you last, because this is basically RNG, the better the run. And then for the puzzle mode, it's the normal kind of like timing, so the faster you are, the better. So the reason that I decided to do that was basically the RNG is crazy, but it's very possible to manipulate and move things, obviously, in the first player and solo run and the co-op run. But there actually is no RNG in the puzzle mode, so I thought logically that was a way to set it up. So I'll try to show off something kind of quick. It's not like frame perfect or anything, but the timing is random and these guys move a little bit slow. And the block spawns are random, like there's no way to fix it or anything. But basically, all of the categories start from level 1 to universalize the timing. And if you push a block on a block as it's spawning, okay, so it's going to be kind of tricky to time that. It temporarily respawns elsewhere. So I don't know how we can kind of manipulate that. Okay, there. See? That's what I wanted to show off. That's one of the main mechanics. I also have this set up on an emulator so I can have a mouse cursor and can point to stuff. So one of the other main mechanics I can actually show you in puzzle mode. It's a lot easier to show you because the second puzzle there is like a perfect example of that. But you can destroy things in like T-shapes or L-shapes or rows of 3 and 5 and stuff like that. But one of the things that matters, that makes this game like mind-bendingly difficult, is symbols. So the symbols actually matter. They're not just there to like differentiate color or pattern or something like that. So you can destroy blocks in one of two ways in this. By color, or by pattern, or by both. So an example is literally the second puzzle here. So here, just to explain puzzle mode really quickly, there's 60 levels, and this is how many moves that you have to destroy something. So if you push this, for example, down here, you have 0. You can push those blocks around as many times as you want. Like, it's not restricted to movement, it's just restricted to how many times you can destroy something. So the idea behind puzzle mode is obviously like push blocks in such a way that the first time that you move something, or the third or whatever time, however many like the numbers are on the side, that's how many times that you move to get rid of everything on the screen. Simple. So what I wanted to show in the second level specifically is the difference between colors and then patterns as well. So this is what obviously you think you would do, and it's like, okay, well, I have like 2 of these blue things left over, so that doesn't work out. So in this game, and this is where it gets really hard and strategic, you can, or I should have explained that too, you can jump over blocks really quickly, and you can also pull them one tile at a time. You can also push them one tile at a time. And if you have a stack like this, you can push as many as it allows the border being this thing right here. So once you hit a border, you can't move it anymore. So when it comes to this kind of stuff, I actually solved this. No, I have to move this one over. Wait, I have to go like this, and we can move it down. So when it comes to this part of the game, as I said, this is where it gets really difficult, both in a competitive level and also some of the puzzle stages. When you push these 2 blocks over, we're going to create a row of 5 red ones, and then we're also going to create a row of 3 of these symbols, the seashell or whatever it is. So not only destroy all 5, at the same time it's also going to destroy these 3 because the symbols match. So colors match here, symbols match here. It doesn't matter that the symbols don't match if all the colors match, and it doesn't matter if all the symbols match, but the colors don't. So this will actually create a unifying effect and get rid of everything at once. So this is where it's really tricky. And this is where there's a little bit of variance too, because there's a bit of a variance there. Like, you have moves. Some of the puzzle moves, like some of the puzzle mode puzzles, are very strict and tight in how you solve them. But for an example, that one you had 2 moves. I destroyed everything in one because it kind of exploited those game mechanics. But it's not entirely linked. Like, there's not only like one solution to a puzzle mode, so it'd be kind of interesting to see what people figure out and come up with. Because, for example, you could have very easily went like this, and then solved it in such a way it was kind of like this. Because we do have these matching symbols, right? So as long as you have a row of 4, or a row of 3, I should say, it won't destroy. So for example, we could have lined up the symbols like this, and then moved up this one, 1, not 1, sorry, and then moved up this one, 1. And you see, we have an entirely different solution there. So it'd be cool to see if people actually ran puzzle mode, what optimized actually means, given the fact you can destroy symbols and colors. But that's basically all there is, sorry, to this one. It's very obscure. As I said, I like it a lot.